In this fourth video on vectors, we look at the dot or scalar product of two vectors. So another thing you might have to do in the exam is produce the dot or scalar product of two vectors supplied. The dot product or scalar product of two vectors is found by multiplying each component of the first vector by each matching component of the second vector and then adding together all the results. So here we have, for example, one vector and a second one, and we multiply each of the matching pairs together and then add the resultant values. So let's look at an example then. We have our first vector p, 7, 15, and our second vector q, 16, 5, and this symbol here shows we're going to multiply these two vectors together or produce the dot or scalar product of these two vectors. So that's the first value from here times by the first value from here, 112, and then the second value from here, 15, times by the second value from here, 75. We then add these two values together to get our dot or scalar product, 187. Now, a common mistake that candidates often make here is they think that the dot or scalar product of two vectors should be able to be plotted somewhere on this graph. Of course, this is nonsense because the dot product of two vectors is a single number. It is not a vector. You can't plot a single number on a graph. So what's the purpose of it? Well, in our final video, you're going to see how the dot product of two vectors is instead useful in other ways.